I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am fertile. My fertility goddess. Hello, beautiful fertility goddess. Welcome to your November 2025 fertility forecast reading. We are going to dive into the energy. Sorry, I felt like that was crooked. We are going to dive into the energy surrounding your journey to baby or your fertility journey during the month of November. The cards that I have here, there's three different piles: pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. But the three piles that we have here all represent the energy, the main energy that'll be surrounding your journey to baby during the month of November. So, whichever card you feel called to, you feel drawn towards, go ahead and tune in. Something that I like to do is I like to close my eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and then after I open my eyes, whichever pile is drawing me in or kind of pulling me towards it, then that is the pile that I know is for me. You can also ask your spirit baby to lead you towards a pile or show you an angel number. Maybe look at your time right now, see if there's like 11 showing up, 2, 22, 3, 33, 333 even, right? That'd be amazing as a confirmation of the pile of your choice, okay? I'm also hearing if you have been seeing one of those angel numbers recently, like are frequently 111, 1111, 222, or 1222, or even 333, then that can be confirmation of the pile that is meant for you for the month of November 2025, okay? So go ahead and select your pile from down below in the timestamps in the comment section and in the description box, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number one. You are here to get some and basically an energy forecast for your fertility journey during the month of November. We are going to dive into the overall energy that is going to be surrounding you in the month of November, what you are leaving behind, the transformation you can expect, what you're stepping into, and if this is a month that has a potential for conception for you. Okay, so let's start off with the overall energy here that is surrounding your journey to baby at this time in the month of November. We have rebirth. Wow, you guys are so aligned. Okay, we are actually in Scorpio season, and this is the exact energy of Scorpio season. It says every end is a new beginning. So one thing that I'm hearing are the main overall energy that I feel like you guys are experiencing in your journey to baby in the month of November is transformation. I do feel like there are two different halves of this. So I do feel like some of you guys are going through the Phoenix phase, or you're going through the crumbling phase. You're going through the tower phase in the month of November, where things are coming to an end. Maybe you're stopping your treatment. Maybe you're putting it on pause. Maybe you are ending things with your partner, even. That's pretty drastic, but that could be it as well. Maybe you guys are deciding to take a break and focus on something else. But there is some sort of ending that is happening so that a rebirth can occur. Or for the other half of you guys, I feel like you are experiencing this rebirth because you have already been in this ending phase. You've already been going through this Scorpio energy where you've already done the deep dive. You've already gotten to the nitty gritty, the details. You experienced a tower moment, and now you are on your way back up. Okay, this new beginning is starting for you. So whatever you are experiencing in the month of November in your journey to baby, it is indeed something that is representative of a new beginning, a rebirth, starting over. I also am hearing like cleansing of the soul. So I feel like, whatever you're going through right now, it is not something that is meant to break you down and cause things to just completely end and literally break you, right? But instead it's meant to cleanse you. It's almost like what spirit is showing me is like a washing machine, right? Like at the very end of the washing machine, I don't know about yours, but mine, it goes like super crazy, right? Like it spins, and I think that's just making sure that all the water is out of it, but it does all these extra like spin moves right at the end. And I mean, I can only imagine what the clothes is feeling like, having to spin for like however long I put it on for, right? But what I feel like Spirit is showing this to me, because I feel like this is what's happening to you guys in the month of November. I feel like you may be feeling like you're on this spin cycle, or you've been on the spin cycle for a very long time, and you're finally going to either be able to rise from this, or whatever you were experiencing in the month of November. After this spin cycle, you are going to come out even bigger, better, and more strong and stronger than ever. Okay, I'm hearing with your head clear, with your heart strong and heart open, with your goals aligned, with your, you and your partner on the same page. Like, that's the energy that's happening here. Now, the other thing that I want to say too, for my goddesses who are watching this pile that have experienced a loss, okay, a pregnancy loss, I am seeing that there is a soul that is surrounding you that may have spent time with you prior. Okay, so this can either be an angel baby that you have, like a little one that you had a miscarriage or a chemical pregnancy with, or a stillbirth with. I'm sending so much love to you guys. As always, whenever this subject comes up, it's never easy, but unfortunately, it is a part of our journeys. It is a part of the things that we experience as goddesses on our journey to baby sometimes. Of course, not everyone, but I do feel like someone here in this pile has experienced that, and I do feel like your angel baby is being your guide in the month of November more than ever. I also feel like this little one could be in your energy as well to help you rise. You see how there's like this fireball that's above the phoenix here? I do feel like this little one's energy is like right above yours, kind of guiding you. You know what I mean? Like showing you this light, so that in all the dark chaos and all the, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like this dark chaotic energy, you have a light to follow, so you know how to get out, okay, of a situation. And I feel like that's what's happening here. The spirit baby is leading you out of a situation that may have been like keeping you in this spin cycle for so long, something you've been going on, like experiencing. I see spirit experiencing over and over and over and over and over again, and you're rising out of that. Okay, so this is a really good energy, you guys. Like I said, I feel like the majority of you guys are already in the spin cycle, and so you are rising out, but some of you guys are going to be experiencing some sort of turbulence in the month of November that you will eventually rise out from. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what you're leaving behind, and what you're heading towards in your journey to baby this month. So in the month of November, Spirit, for pile number one, what are they leaving behind? Okay, what are they leaving behind, Spirit, in their journey to baby? What are they leaving behind? What is not coming with them in the month of November? What are they leaving behind? Six of Swords, look at that. Okay, like I said, any type of difficulty that you may have been experiencing, any type of disagreements, any type of turbulence, literally this is what this card represents, leaving behind that turbulence, leaving behind the difficulty. The Five of Swords can represent disagreements. It can represent like this and that. You go this way, I go this way. We can't make up our minds. We can't agree on something. So all of that stuff that just was not aligning. So misalignment is what you're leaving behind, and you're moving into calm, still waters. Okay. I also take this as a message where there may have been any blockages. Exactly. Look at that, Eight of Swords, bottom of the deck. So anything that may have been like a mental blockage, or anything that may have been a communication blockage, miscommunication, misunderstanding, where there was you couldn't understand things clearly. And sorry for my door. It is so squeaky, you guys. I apologize. But anything that's like that, I feel like you're leaving behind things that you couldn't see clearly. Like you are, like Spirit said, with the rebirth energy, like you're stepping into this energy where you're going to be able to see things bigger and better in the month of November, or brighter, I should say, right? Bigger and brighter. It's like a big, bright Las Vegas sign, if you will, right? That's flashing lights, like, here, look at me right here. You can't miss this. This is the answer. Go here. And a lot of us can use this right now, right? A lot of us here, we're tired of figuring it out. We're tired of having to have the conversation. We're just tired, right? And that's what I feel in this energy here. And I feel like Spirit is saying that's something that you're leaving behind in the month of November, which is beautiful. Let's see what you guys are. Oh, look at that. I love that. Nine of Cups is underneath the Eight of Swords, which is letting me know that you guys are heading towards your wishes being fulfilled. Okay, happiness, emotional contentment, feeling secure emotionally as well is what I feel with that energy. He's kind of just sitting there with his arms crossed. He doesn't feel like he has to do anything to ignite his happiness. He just feels like he's ooh, this feels like a, oh, I can finally sit down, right? Like I feel good about what I'm doing. I feel like, secure. I feel like, I can trust what's happening. And when I see this card, I also think of like 9 beautiful months of pregnancy. So I do feel like, if there was some like confusion around like how to get pregnant, or confusion around, how to stay pregnant once pregnant, this is something that is also being resolved, or there is like bright flashing lights that's coming in the month of November to give you the information and answers that you are needing. Let me see here though. I want to see what you are heading towards before we look at the transformation. Do I want to use this deck? No, I want to use this deck. I'm going to use a different deck, you guys. So let's see here. Okay, for pile number 1, what are they heading towards in the month of November 2025 in their journey to baby? Okay. What are they heading towards in the month? Oh, that is too many. Way too many. Just 1 or 2, please. 1, I would prefer. But what are they heading towards, Spirit? Pile number 1 in their journey to baby, in their fertility journey. Thank you. Ooh, we have the 7 of Swords energy, and it came out, it was like sideways like this. Okay, so it's kind of a crossing energy. So to me, this is representative of like, well, let's see what it says at the bottom. So it says lies, cheating, stealing, trickery, scheming, hiding identity, strategic, adaptable, and daring. Okay. So I don't feel like, okay, there's a couple things coming through. I don't feel like the majority of these messages here are obviously like representing what you're heading towards. Okay. I don't feel like you're heading towards lies or cheating or anything like that. Now, do I believe that there's some sort of truth that is coming out? Yes. If any season is going to do it, it's going to be Scorpio season. Okay. Libra season, Scorpio season. There's justice and there's deep, dark, shadows that are the light's being shined on them, and things are coming to light. So if there was anything that was, people were like hiding things from you, scheming things, if you're working with a doctor that was saying something, that giving you credentials that were fake, or they were saying that they could help you in some way and they really couldn't, like the things that people were trying to wear masks for are definitely coming to light. Okay, so I do feel like you're heading towards that, which does play a role in you stepping into this space of clarity, this space of like understanding, deeper understanding, this space of no more turbulence, right? Because things are clear. You can see clearly. This eye patch that was once, present is no longer there. Okay. So I do see that for sure. The other thing with the 7 of Swords too, which I love, I'm actually, before I go to that, 6 of Swords is what we got before, and now we're at the 7 of Swords, which shows me you're progressing. Okay, so another thing that you will be experiencing, or what you're heading towards, is progression, forward movement. We're no longer on the spin cycle. We're no longer going through the same patterns over and over again. We're breaking old habits. We are in old cycles, right? We're leaving the past behind. We're moving forward, and we're moving into a clearer way of like understanding, right? So with the 7 of Swords energy, this, now I'll say what I typically say with this card. It is, when a fertility reading, I typically dive into the strategic option for this energy, right? It really does to me represent being innovative, thinking outside the box, doing things that are non-traditional, creating a new strategy. And I feel like that's what's happening in the month of November. I see that there's a lot of communication here. There's a lot of, there's a lot of I don't want to say in the head energy, because I feel like you're getting out of your head. I feel like you've been in your head, questioning things. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? Is there something more that I could be doing? And you're moving away from that, and you're moving into like having a clear cut strategy, something that you can follow. You're having a routine. And this is not just in terms of your fertility journey, Spirit is saying. This is also in regards to your self-care routine. This is also in regards to your self-love routine. Okay. And this is a very independent energy. Yes, it takes 2 to make a baby, right? We need the egg and the sperm. But I do feel like this message here for you is for one parent. Okay. So whoever's watching this, mom or dad, I do feel like what you're being called to do in the month of November is to really focus on yourself. And I do want to get a self-care card. Let me use this deck too. If I hopefully I remember, because I do want to see what your message is like for yourself in the month of November when it comes to caring, and caring and focusing on yourself. Because I do feel like that energy is here for you, but you're heading towards this Seven of Swords energy. Okay, now it also says adaptable and daring, and I do pick up that energy too for you guys. I do feel like before things just seemed so what came to mind, what I heard just now was like non-tangible. Like it seems like once again you're going on this cycle over and over again. It just seems like you keep repeating things. It's like you're not going anywhere. It's like, am I ever gonna have my baby? Am I ever gonna conceive? It's like finally your mind can grasp a specific concept. Finally something's making sense. Finally you're having the conversations that need to be had with your partner. Like it finally seems like they're on board. Like it's that finally energy. Okay. And someone is like with that adaptable energy, I'm seeing like two sponges, and I'm seeing like the sponges soaking up the water. Before someone was reluctant, before somebody was in that Five of Swords energy and they really didn't want to like adapt, they didn't want to take the medicine, or they didn't want to listen to the doctor. They didn't want to, do what was necessary in order for things to shift and change. But I feel like whomever is involved, mom, dad, doctors, donor, surrogate, whomever it is, like everyone is like, I feel like getting on board. Okay. And everyone is going to have their own individual way of doing this. And so spirit is really saying, be mindful when you are going through your patterns and reshifting your habits and doing and making those changes, because that what you do for yourself is not going to be the same thing for everyone else involved in your journey. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Wands, and it says good news, cheerful, open-minded, playful, charismatic, lovable, and explorative. And the Page of Wands is really good, exciting news. It's something that you get excited about, something that you feel passionate about, something that just brings you so much joy is what I feel here. Okay. So this is what else you're heading towards in the month of November. You're heading towards receiving some sort of good news. Okay. It's like I'm hearing somebody say, "Woo, I could use some good news." Okay. And with the page energy, this is childlike energy. This is also masculine energy for me. And so I do feel like, this is once again that baby coming through. This could be a baby boy energy coming through, saying like, I'm here to help you go through this transformation, mama. I'm here to help you go through this transformation, papa. Okay. um, and to do so with like an energy of feeling, like it says here, feeling explorative, right? Being an adventurer, being kind of like almost like a risk taker in a way, just being open-minded, right? And instead of going at it with an approach of like, ugh, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Who's to say this is gonna work? Or I've done this, we've tried this before, we've tried this before, we've tried this before. Spirit is asking you to step into this space with a playful like energy, like a child, right? You can, what I'm seeing is like a child may have gone on a roller coaster before. It scared them like you guys to high heavens, okay? And they're like, I am never getting on that roller coaster ever again, right? They come back to the amusement park, and here we are at the roller coaster, and their older siblings, like, come on, get on with me, and they're like, I don't know, right? But they're kind of like, I kind of want to do it again, because there's something in their mind as a child that says, hey, I could potentially have fun this time, right? This could actually be a really good thing this time, right? And the more that people talk to them, the more they open their mind, the more they open their heart, the more their, children have that energy of being adaptable, right? They have that energy of being almost gullible at sometimes, right? But it can be a positive thing, especially when you've gone through something like a loss in a pregnancy, or just turbulence in your journey to baby, and just pain, heartache, repetitive. Like it can be such a good thing to have that sense of like delulu energy, or that gullible type energy, right? Because that naivety, right? Because what I wouldn't do to go back and have be a little naive, you know what I mean? Everything that I know, everything that I've gone through, it has really, I feel like, created a time for me where immediately when I think about, being on the TTC journey, my mind immediately jumps into defense mode or protection mode. Like, gotta protect my heart because of my network, right? And I feel like that's what this energy is about. So spirit is giving you, right? It's like a gift, is what it feels like. This gift of like childlike energy. Your spirit baby is all around you to bless you with this energy, so that once again you can follow their lead, right? They're like, mommy, daddy, follow my lead. Let me lead you in this way. Let me, guide you so that you can be open to the new things that are coming in. Okay, release your burdens. We have 10 of Wands. Release your burdens, release your stress. Okay, I know you've struggled, okay? I know that these struggles have caused you to lose focus from time to time. I know you've gone through major challenges and you have other responsibilities and you feel overwhelmed. But let me help you. Give this to me. I'm hearing the divine say, hand this over, okay? This is not your worry. And so I feel like in the month of November, you're going to finally feel like it is safe for you to surrender. And I feel like you should put that in the comments. It is safe for me to surrender. I safely surrender my worries, okay? I safely surrender my worries to the divine. Um, Whichever one you feel aligned with, but definitely put that in the comments, okay? And put a dove in the comments too if this message resonates with you. I would love to know who this message resonates with. But yeah, or even if you don't put a dove, put a fire, like a flame. Ooh, a flame or a dove, both of them if you want. I love those two energies together. Okay, so let's see what your transformation is for the month of November. All right, Spirit, thank you for those messages. I feel like they're much needed. Month of November in your fertility journey, what transformation are you going to experience? Literally, it says change, okay? So it says, Mama, embrace change and know that it is leading you to a better future. It's time to open your mind to new possibilities. Yeah, exactly what I was saying here. And this is why your baby is holding your hand, because I know that you've been through a lot. And when you've been through a lot, like, it's kind of hard to just be open to just one more thing, right? Because who's to say that one more thing is going to lead me to where I want to be? I don't want to go through another one more thing, another time, and then another time, and another time, okay? And I'm hearing, like, just try to live for the now, right? Live in the now. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future, because that's where you get into that self-sabotage energy where you start to be like, you know what? I actually cannot move forward. I actually do not want to move forward. And so Spirit is saying, just kind of pause. Hold off on thinking about the future and hold off on thinking about the past, and just embrace the changes that are happening right now in front of you and take one step at a time, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have healing. So it says, Mama, focus on healing any emotional or physical wounds, especially emotional, you guys. Allow yourself the time and space you need to fully heal. Beautiful, okay? And this could be why I was also getting that break energy, like someone here is going to be taking a break. And these are the transformations that I'm seeing for you. Transformations when it comes to literally physical changes, okay? And mindset shifts as well, having an open mind, and then healing physically or emotionally, and giving yourself the space that you need. Once again, I do feel like these are independent energies, okay? Even if you and your partner are going through it together, you guys are going through it together but separately, okay? Or that's the advice that's coming through. Now, let's see what the outcome is here, or what if there's like let's see, what should I ask Spirit for this? Should I ask for outcome, or should I ask for... I feel like I should ask for outcome, so I can't think of anything else. Nothing else is coming to mind. I can't remember what I said before, so I'm going to go with outcome. So the outcome of the month of November for you, okay, if there's a chance of that's what it was. If there's a chance of pregnancy for you this month, okay, let me do that separately. So let's see if there's a chance of pregnancy for you this month, okay, and then we will look at the outcome. So is there a chance of pregnancy for pile number 1 in the month of November 2025? Is there a chance of pregnancy? Is there a chance of pregnancy? And then I'm going to use my timing cards too. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So we have ambition, dedicated effort, diligence, take time to gain more knowledge about fertility treatments and understanding your reproductive health, which I do indeed feel like you guys are going to be doing this month. You're going to be consistently refining your approach and making the necessary adjustments that are needed. This is going to increase your chances of achieving your fertility goals. You are in charge of your effort. Stay committed. Okay, so once again, I do feel like there's a big change when it comes to the way that you do things, your strategy, okay, how you decide to, and what you decide to focus on, what you decide to give your energy towards. And we have the Empress, bottom of the deck, okay, possibly pregnant, abundant motherhood. You're also being called to tune into like self-care energy, relaxation, and emotional well-being. This is going to create a supportive environment for conception for you. It does say enter in a fertile period, connect with the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth to enhance your fertility, meaning go outdoors, connect with the elements, natural healing, also connect with like the moon. The moon phases are going to be very powerful for you because the universe is supporting you at this time, okay, through this healing. The numbers 8 or 3 could be significant. 8, 18, 28, 3, 13. Or 23. And I do see there is a possibility of pregnancy for pile number 1 in the month of November. Now, I'm also going to get a couple of other time frames for you guys because this is a collective reading. If you're interested in getting a personal reading to see when you will be conceiving your baby or giving birth to your little one, the link to all of my sessions are down below. And I have some really cute spooky sessions right now for the holidays, so you can check that out. Let's see what we have here. So I have May, June as Gemini season for someone here. So the months May and June may be significant to conception or birth for someone here. And then we have December, January. Okay, so I love that because I am tuning into November. So you could conceive in November and find out you're pregnant in December. Okay, so I love that energy aligning in that way. I do like to say whenever I do oh my gosh, we even have Libra season on the bottom of the deck. So you guys have that whole little chunk there, September, October, November. Okay, it's like right in the middle. So you could even be finding out you're pregnant in November from your October cycle. Okay, so that's also a possibility for pile number 1. But I was saying whenever I do like a fertility prediction, I like to say the month before, the month after could also be relevant because that may be the month you conceive and then you find out you're pregnant the following month, or baby's due date could be the month prior. And then, the month after, for example, with June here, maybe baby's due date falls in July, but they're born at the end of June. So take that as it resonates or how you feel it may resonate for you. And then I want to pull a self-care card here to end your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed these messages for the month of November, what you can expect, what you're leaving behind, the advice that you've been given. I also am hearing a way to connect with your spirit baby. Your little one has been showing up very strongly in this reading. Definitely a strong baby boy energy, but I know everyone doesn't have a baby boy around them, so you'll know if you've been seeing and connecting with a baby girl, then you know that's your baby girl. But I am hearing connecting this month with them. There are 2 different ways they're inviting you to connect with them. Actually, there's a couple. Okay, top 3. There's like a couple that's flowing in. Number 1, the first one that came to mind was through candle magic, okay, or candle work, working with like flames, fire, even having like being near a fireplace, setting intentions, burning bowl rituals, okay, working with flames. Now even like you can even like what's it called? Salopanto. I made up a whole word, guys. Sage or is it salopanto? No. What is it called? I can't think of what it's called, you guys, because I'm channeling, so my mind is like not. Is that what it's called? Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Palo Santo. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. And then like setting an intention to connect with them that way. They want to be around flame, warmth. Okay. The other thing I was seeing was writing, journaling, writing, automatic writing. Okay, like literally, they have a lot to tell you. And then the other thing that I'm seeing is in water, specifically in the shower, letting the water like run down the back of your neck or down your hair, like through your hair and down, like, and then closing your eyes, tuning in. Of course, do this safely. But this is another way they're wanting to connect with you. Okay. All right. And your self-care. What is your self-care message? What is the message you have for your mama? How are you inviting her to care for herself this month? We have family. Okay. So we are family. Yeah. Okay, I love it. So hang out with family, spend time with those that are closest to you, whether they're blood relatives or friend relatives. Okay, this is a time. November is like the time to give thanks, right, for who you have in your life and the people that are no longer here but have literally blessed your life in the ways that they have, just to show gratitude for the things that you have materialistically, emotionally, spiritually, family. Okay, I am grateful for you guys, my community. I cannot believe that this is my calling. I still can't believe it every single day. I just can't believe it. But I'm just so grateful for everything you guys have done to bless me, and I hope that I bless you back when you need it. Hope I show up when you need me. But yeah, so tune in and connect with family this month. This is something that is going to really help calm your nerves, kind of get your mind off of things, and help you reset. Okay, so pile number one, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number two. Welcome to your November 2025 fertility forecast reading. We are going to be diving into the overall energy first of your journey to baby this month. And then we're going to dive into a few other things. Okay, so let's just jump in. You guys actually got two cards. Okay, you're the only one to get two cards. Okay, so double the energy. Let's see if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Not really good or bad, but let's see if it's something that's maybe a bit draining or something that's lighthearted. So we have release. Ooh, definitely lighthearted, you guys, with this release energy. It says release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. Okay. And then we also have blessings. Yes, so that the blessings can flow in. Beautiful. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. Oh my gosh, this is so powerful, you guys. It may be a little draining. Okay, it really just depends on you. I'm hearing free will is going to play a massive role in this. If you're watching this at the end of October, like, if you can release before you hit November 1st. Okay, that way November can be full of blessings for you, and you just have to kind of clean up and like throw away and remove little trinkets and residue, right? Versus like big major things. Like there's certain chapters and doors and even physical items that spirit is saying that need to be, you need to get rid of. This feels like, this really feels really big, you guys. This feels like end of year cleaning in November. Maybe there's just a lot that needs to go before the end of the year for you guys. But I'm really feeling like getting the majority of it done in October. Whoever I'm speaking to, you've been feeling this nudge, this urge. I have also been feeling this urge, so I feel like I'm speaking to me too, because the way that your life is about to be blessed, okay, the way that your journey is about to be blessed, is just, you're not even gonna believe it. But I do feel like, and then I'm gonna go to the gentle side as well, because I do feel another message surrounding this. But that's what I'm feeling like the overall energy is. Now, releasing so that you can receive, right? Remove so you can receive. R&R. Remove and receive, okay? Now, the other thing that I was hearing, and I'm going to go to the gentle side, and I do want to give a trigger warning because I am going to talk about loss. I do feel like there is someone here that has experienced a loss. Now, this can be a pregnancy loss. It doesn't have to be. It can be loss of material items. It can be something that, your foundation was shook. It could be something that happened this year. It may be something that happened last year, the year before, 10 years ago. It does not matter. But there's something that's been cooped up, locked up, and it's been dimming your light. Okay. It has not been letting you shine as deeply and as strongly as you have been being called to shine. And it has also been, there's a message that I had received, or that I saw on a card, on an oracle card, and it will always stick with me. I feel like it's one of those that just always stick with you. But it was talking about, excuse me, about, somebody doesn't want to have you hear this message, but I'm about to give it to you, okay? It was talking about gates and fences and guards, right? If you put up a gate or a fence, it works both ways. Okay, it works both ways. It works to keep the stuff out that you don't want to come in, but it also works to keep you away from certain things as well. And what I feel in this case is that the guard or the gate that you have put up around your heart, around your mind, around your physical environment, where you're like, no new friends, right? Literally, like, because I don't want heartache. I don't want to have to deal with that again. I don't want to struggle. I don't think I'm ready. There's all these excuses, all these reasons why that I'm hearing that are coming in as to why this guard is up, but it's blocking your blessings, okay? And you have been waiting for these blessings to pour in. For some of you guys, it is literally your child, your baby, the growth of your family, okay? For some, it is stability in your home, your finances, your career, your relationships. For others, it is peace of mind, peace of spirit, okay? Just loving who you are, falling in love with yourself again, okay? Falling in love with your life again, reducing stress. Like, it's a variety of different things, but I do feel like, Spirit is saying, like, this is something that is literally waiting on the other side of this gate for you. So you're being called to open the gate. Okay, and in the month of November, I do feel like the overall energy is surrounding that. I'm also hearing eclipse energy, and I don't think there are any more eclipses that are coming up. You can write in the comments if if you would like to just give that energy. I'm not very familiar with that, with astrology as much, but um, I'm hearing eclipse energy. So there is some significance to that. Now this could be like maybe something that happened during eclipse season, because I don't think we're in eclipse season anymore. I believe that we are in like Mercury retrograde, if I'm not mistaken, as I'm recording this, or we're going into it or something in the month of November. But there is definitely like astrological energy that is playing a role, as it always does, right? In this releasing as well. So it could also be like around a full moon, because I'm noticing how both of these are like look like full moons to me. A full moon may be a really powerful time for you to release as well. What full moon do we have coming up? Is it Gemini full moon? I don't know, you guys. I can't think on the top of my head right now what it is, but you can put it in the comments if you like what to mention the full moon that is upcoming. I know we just had Libra new moon. I'm trying to think. We have Pisces full moon is connected with September, so that would be Aries, maybe Taurus, maybe Taurus full moon. Taurus. It's either Taurus or Gemini. Okay, I think it's Taurus. So releasing, so that these blessings can flow in, these gifts from the divine, these gifts from the universe, these gifts from your spirit baby can pour into you, because this is a month of receiving for you. Okay, so I love that overall energy for you. Let's see what you're leaving behind, because we are definitely releasing some things here. It says burdens. Okay, burdens. We're releasing burdens. And I love how these like birds have turned into butterflies. It's almost like in the month of November there's like a transformation, that once again this wall that has been up, it has been keeping, it's like I'm feeling that self-sabotage energy, where like we keep saying, oh, I'm so tired of going through this, I'm so sick of going through this, but it's like we're not doing the things necessary to like release the problem, or like we're not taking our free will, using our free will to our full advantage, and making the changes necessary so that we don't go through it again, right? And then we wonder why we don't experience the butterflies. We wonder why we don't experience the new beginnings, the transformation, the change that we so have been praying for, manifesting, like asking for, like, God, where are you? Come in, help me, right? And spirit is like, well, you're cooped up. You're literally cooped up with the problem. Like, you gotta release. You gotta open the gate. You gotta open the gate. I'm hearing open the floodgates and let it flood. Okay, declutter, remove, release, say goodbye. And I know I'm saying this like all like strongly, but I thank you, spirit, thank you, because I think I went off topic, but this is a lot much easier said than done, right? Spirits just reminded me I was going the gentler route, because I was hearing that there could have been like a very significant loss that someone has experienced. This to me feels like it could be like something that was really important. Of course, like a person, right? A loved one, a pet, a fur baby, okay? It could have also been like something physical, something foundational, something that you feel like was a tower moment that you lost. And Spirit is asking you to release the pain, release the I want to say like the residual energy that is like left that has literally been left behind because you no longer have the physical item, or you no longer have that loved one with you, or for some it may be even a baby, okay? And that baby is no longer in your womb. And once again, a lot easier spoken than actually like done, because where do we even start, right? Where do we even start to bring healing to the situation? um, I speak for myself when I say that I have gone through a lot of material loss this year. There's just been a lot. And I know that these have been for, transformational purposes, but they still hurt, right? And what I feel here is that Spirit is saying, because you have been holding on to, replaying it over and over again in your head, because you've been asking yourself, like, what could we have done differently? Shoulda, woulda, coulda, it to death. You know what I mean? Like over and over and over and over and over. Like Spirit is saying, you're not letting it go, so I can't, I can't let it flow. Literally, that's what I'm hearing. I can't let it flow because you're not letting it go. You have to let it go so that I can let it flow. And that, to me, it may even like involve you bottling up your anger, and I would never ever ever recommend that. But I know how it feels to just be so full of like fuel that every time you open your mouth it's like fire, right? It's just like you're just spitting fire. And your blessing does not want to be burnt up, okay? It doesn't want to feel the fire. So what I'm hearing in terms of like bottling up your anger, it's not meaning to just let it. I'm hearing snuff it out. Spirit's like snuff it out. Okay, you know how when you snuff out a candle, instead of blowing it out, you're meant to put something on top of it to like take the oxygen away from it so that it can't burn anymore. That's what you're being asked to do. Put it out. Pour some water on it. Stop talking about it. Stop reliving it. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to make an excuse. This is why you cannot move forward. This is why you cannot. Stop doing that, Spirit is saying, because the moment that you make the decision, it's literally a mindset shift. The moment that you say, I can move away from this, the moment that you say, I can release this, I am more powerful than the situation that has occurred in my life. I can definitely have another physical item. I can definitely, get a new house, get a new car. I love my fur baby, but I'm going to be so happy with another fur baby. I know I'm going to ask my fur baby angel to help me pick out a fur baby, right? They will never replace them, but there's some, you know what I mean? Like, so, ooh, and I just saw something. So definitely a fur baby around, because it was on the ground. It was like lower, not baby, but like low, low, low. So someone here could have definitely lost a fur baby. And I feel something by my leg. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. But Spirit is like, use that energy, snuff out, alchemists unite. Okay, take that energy, use it for good, use it for yourself. But at the same time, if you feel like you just cannot figure out like how to even use the energy for good or for your highest good, then snuff it out and say, okay, Spirit, I'm open, I'm ready for my next blessing. Not because you want to replace or you want to fill a void. Okay, Spirit is saying they're not filling a void. They're giving you something that you are more than worthy of, more than deserving of. And some of you guys will be able to be like, oh my gosh, I see why this such and such, thing was removed from my life, because look at this amazing thing that we're not replaced it, but that is in its place. You know what I mean? Like, or I see why, this was taken away, because now I have this responsibility. Whatever it is, there's going to also be some sort of awakening or understanding around it, but not in a way where it's going to like bring healing and like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, whatever. No, the Spirit is still saying to tend to that energy for yourself, okay, so that you can heal, so that you can keep the gate open, so that you don't keep yourself hidden behind closed doors, okay, and so that you can do things with love, okay, and accept with love. So yeah, I know that was a lot, you guys, but definitely Spirit wanted to bring that in for us today, and I love it. I love that energy surrounding November for you. Okay, now like I said, for some of you guys, literally the blessing is literally a baby, okay, that's coming in. It may also be helping hands, some sort of assistance or some sort of like support that is going to help. For some, this is literally going to be helping to guide the sperm to the egg. I feel like some sort of assistance when it comes to like literally like with conception, or this may be in regards, some of of you guys are going to be having twins or triplets, okay? I see multiple butterflies that are like on this egg. So it could be like you find out you're pregnant with twins, double the blessing, triple the blessing, okay? You've been, this manifestation, whatever you've been manifesting, it's coming in, multiple manifestations coming in for you at once. But in regards to your fertility journey, I do feel like, you know, this could literally be conception, or this may be, you know, helping hands to help you with conception or with conceiving, okay? Spirit, what is pawn number 2 moving away from? What are they moving away from? What is pawn number 2 moving away from? We have the Queen of Swords energy. Interesting, okay? So I'm hearing in terms of like what you're moving away from, the Queen of Swords is actually a really good card. I hear you, Spirit. It's a card of clarity. It's one of like you have your head out of the clouds. Very honest, very straightforward, very objective. And what I'm hearing is that you're moving away from that energy. Number one, you're moving away from truth seeking is what I heard. Okay. Some things just don't make sense. Period. Okay. And when you are speaking about manifestation, like just forget it. Okay, Delulu the whole way, Delulu. And you have been so logical, so straightforward, so strategic, so like, you know, I don't want to say in your head, but just, you know, like we have to do it this way. This is a way to do it. Or you have been working with someone, because I also heard what you're moving away from is maybe a specific doctor. You could, with the Queen of Swords, you could be moving away from medical treatment. You may be moving into holistic healing or naturopath connections, Chinese medicine versus Western medicine. Or you're moving to work with a different doctor. Okay. Because I was also hearing that too. Queen of Swords can be like a fertility specialist or someone who's just very knowledgeable, very educated, someone who likes to give their 2 cents or can give their 2 cents because they are educated in the field, and you maybe even hire them. But there's something about maybe this person keeping you in like a lower vibrational energy, maybe keeping you in this energy of fear. I'm going to flip this to look at the bottom of the deck to see what it is. We have the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So maybe you've just been pouring into them, and they haven't been pouring into you, okay? Or I feel like what you have been doing, they could have been giving you some sort of if it's a doctor, this is definitely like they've been giving you some sort of medication, a prescription. You've been doing like maybe medical treatments, and this could be something that you're being called to move away from. You could have just needed to do it for a specific time, in order to gather some sort of information. You may have been like, I like to say, I like to share basically what I heard about IVF. Some of you guys could be doing IVF treatments or may have been doing IVF treatments. And I remember there was this goddess who said that she wished she had known that IVF was literally a diagnostic tool and not a guarantee of pregnancy. So she was saying like how each phase of the IVF process literally tells you a little bit more about your fertility health, and if the sperm and egg meet, if you know, if it's like maybe genetics, if it's this, if it's that, if it's this. So she was just saying that, you know, it was a diagnostic tool more than anything. And I feel like for someone here, like either some testing you were doing, some, you know, treatments you were doing, some, what's it called, medications you were taking, like you no longer need them, or there's like you gathered what you were supposed to gather from that, okay, even if it was not your baby yet, but you're moving away from that. It could even be like maybe you're working with a doctor and you're moving away from the specific way that you were doing things, and you're doing something different, you're trying something new because you did gather some information from a previous cycle or some testing, and they were like, okay, well, next cycle we're going to do something different, and this is your November cycle, okay? So I do see that as well. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, it's time to move. I see there's changes, there's shifts. You are being supported by destiny. This is like a destiny card, where the things that are happening right now, the shifts that are happening right now are being divinely guided. And free will does indeed play a role, but you also have your spirit team that is supporting you heavy in the way that you're meant to go. Okay, so you're being pushed, you're being shifted, you're being moved. And I feel like you're being moved out of the logical space, out of the things, away from like trying to make it make sense, and into this to me feels like into the doing, or how do I say this, like It's like you're moving from the planning phase into the doing phase, or you're moving from the trying to figure it out phase to just kind of going with the flow phase. Okay. But let's see, what are we moving into? Pile number 2, what are they moving into? Spirit in their fertility journey. What are they moving into? So we have the Emperor, okay? So it says mature man, stable, reliable, structured, disciplined, provider, protector. Yeah, some of you guys are definitely, it says provider here with the Emperor, but I was just talking about like a healthcare provider. So someone is definitely moving to work with a different provider. You could be going from a female doctor to a male doctor. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like whoever this person may be more confident. They may have more success stories. They may be someone who, you know, a lot of they're highly recommended by other people. You know, whoever this is here. Also, I feel like you could also be shifting from focusing on your health to your partner's health with the Emperor energy being present. This is a father energy. So if you are the divine feminine in the relationship, then it could be that your partner is being like focused on, okay, whoever's the masculine energy is being focused on instead of the oh, okay, I hear you, Spirit. Instead of the feminine, I'm also hearing like if you are trying to conceive using like a donor or something like that, you could be getting a new donor, or there's something about you looking into the donor, right? Or you're not looking into, but like you're moving forward with the donor, right? Spirit is like, okay, it's time to move to the next phase, right? And this is the phase where things start pouring into your life. We're moving away from like being in our head, planning, you know, looking for the best person, you know, the best donor, or looking for the best doctor, or, you know, trying to figure things out, trying to bring balance into, it's almost like that phase of like, wait, you know, like, wait, let me just make sure we're doing this right. And we're kind of saying like, forget it, you know what I mean? Whatever God leads me to do is the right move. Like, and that's what I'm feeling here. Bottom of the deck energy. Okay, 4 of Wands. Yes. Oh, I love it. It says reunion, happy family, celebrations, home, self-esteem, family, community. Family and community unity. Beautiful. And I love that we were talking about, you know, like there may have been some sort of loss. That spirit is like bringing in bigger, better, stronger. Of course, if this is a person, then that it just does not apply, right? But in terms of like a physical, material loss, a home, a car, you know, something that could be replaced in the material world, I feel like it's coming in bigger, better, stronger. A job, you know, November feels so good, you guys. It feels so good. This could also be surrounding your masculine energy. Okay, so your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, your fiance, whomever. Okay, your lover. I feel like there is some sense of stability that is coming in for him specifically. Okay, and I mentioned that because not only am I hearing it, but also there have been a few of you guys who have reached out to me about like certain things going on, rockiness surrounding your partner, and that has literally like brought my antennas up, okay, because I have a similar situation here in my connection, and I'm like, okay, well, what is like, God, speak to me, because what is going on with these men's? And I feel like God is like, I don't know, y'all. It feels like the breakdown for a breakthrough almost, and it's like coming back better, bigger, better, and stronger. You know what I mean? And it's hard on us too, as they're like their spouses, their partners, their lean on me's, okay? And it's hard. It's hard on us, but Spirit is like really asking us to, you know, keep our faith, maintain trust in Him, okay, in God, and continuously be guided by for you, right? For what you need to do for you. But I do see here, y'all, okay, we have happy celebrations to come. We specifically have home. We have the 4 of Wands, which does represent leveling up, moving to the next level, doing something bigger and better, okay? Could represent marriage, higher level of commitment, okay? So this could also be like, what is it? Okay, so this is really specific, so only take it if it resonates, and it'll be so funny if it resonates. Let me know down below. But what I'm seeing is like there could have been someone here. Okay, so you're the female in the connection, and you are doing the research, you know, like we do. You're getting all the information about the medicine, the supplements. You know, you're gathering all the things, and you're like, here we go. We got to take these. Okay, the doctor said we got to do these. This is best. Here's our list. You know, you take this, you take that, and maybe there was some unbalanced energy energy here, okay? And then it's like where you're heading towards is like your partner stepping in. He's like, I'm ready, right? Your partner's like, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. Let's move this thing to the next level. I'm fully committed. I feel good. I'm stable, like, and this is what I'm feeling here, okay? So it's no longer one-sided as well. So I do feel like in the month of November, you guys are, and it's so crazy, Spirit. You be speaking to me, Spirit, because I heard partnerships in this pile before I even looked at any of these cards. So Spirit was speaking to me, and I was like, let's just see. But no, literally, okay, like I am seeing like partnerships here, okay, getting stronger, foundations getting stronger, okay, and that's going to help you shift your focus from like the other things that's been going on in your life to your fertility journey, okay, like literally. And now I am saying, like with the Emperor, this could be surrounding your partner, but it may also be surrounding you, okay. The Emperor does represent, like it says here, stability, reliable, structured, okay. So and maturity. So I do feel like I just heard something about mature eggs. So for some of you guys, you were taking some sort of like supplements or medication, and it was meant to help bring in some, like help bring healing to your body. Like you guys are leveling up. So if you're doing like IVF, like you're going from one stage to the next, okay, in the month of November. Maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're finally leveling up. You're moving to the next phase of this IVF process. Or it doesn't have to be IVF, but it could be some other thing. Like every time you guys get tested, like the doctor's like, oh no, we're not going to do this time. But you're finally moving away from that, and you're moving into this next level here, okay. But yeah, so there's definitely some sort of like restructuring and strengthening and stable foundation and happiness, okay, with the Four of Wands that is coming in and that you're heading towards in the month of November, you guys. Let me see, anything else, Spirit, that they're heading towards or moving away from? I think I mentioned this already, but I'm going to say it again. Healing. Okay. I do see physical healing here. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but I do feel like if you were taking some sort of medication or supplements to bring healing to your body, that's another part of that, like moving away from that and into like, okay, from healing to healed, right? From healing to healed, that transition has happened. So if you've been waiting for good news or news that a transition has occurred, that you can leave something behind, that you can stop taking something, that you can, stop pouring your energy or your money or your time into something, it is happening. I feel like in the month of November. Okay, beautiful. I love it. Oh yeah, Spirit's confirming with me with that disagreement energy, y'all. We have the Five of Wands underneath. I believe before maybe there was like competition or the egos were in the way. There was disagreement, some conflict, and that is you're moving away from that. Okay, you're leveling up into this next space, or your partner's like, okay, I'm ready. What do I need to do? How can I be an equal partner in this partnership? Okay, or you're finally finding your dream donor. There's all these different things. Okay. Anyways, we're going to move into the next part, which is I want to see what transformation you're going to experience in November. Okay, so what are the transformations that are happening? That was really, really quickly. Do I take these three? Spirit's like, yeah, take these three. All right, we're going to take these three, y'all. Okay, so what transformations are you going to experience in your journey to baby in the month of November? So we have healthy habits. Okay, so that's the first one. It says, embrace healthy habits, mama, and take care of your body. This will help you be the best version of yourself. Okay, so in the month of November, there are some transformations happening surrounding your healthy habits, or the habits that you are taking, or you have been taking or doing. Yeah, the habits that you have, they're becoming healthier. Okay, healthier, more supportive. I'm hearing, more supportive of your body, of what your body needs, what your mind needs, etc. Okay. We also have self-discovery. It says, mama, it's time to explore new aspects of yourself, try new things, and see where your passions lead you. This to me feels like it may not be fertility related. It could be, but I also feel like there are other things in your life that maybe your passions or things that you've been neglecting, things that have been calling out for your attention that you like, once again, you've been neglecting, that you're going to be tending to in the month of November as well. Okay, trying new things, seeing where your passions lead you. For some, if this is surrounding your like finances or your career. You may be like shifting and like trying new passions, doing new things in your career, getting a new job, okay, having a new boss. I don't know. There's like a lot of newness here. And then we also have fertility journey, which I love, y'all, because this is a card that represents what we're tapping into today. So it says, Mama, I have been with you on your fertility journey the entire time. There is no need to worry. I will be in your arms one day very soon. And we are going to see if that soon is in November. Okay, because I do want to see, actually, I'm going to do this like this. I would like to see if November has a high chance of conception for you. So let's see what we have coming through here for pile number 2. Pile number 2. So there are major transformations happening when it comes to your journey to baby. Okay, so I feel like Spirit was like basically showing us where these blessings are being poured into in the month of November for you. So they're being poured into your sense of self, self-discovery, understanding self. They're being poured into your habits, right? The healthier habits you've been wanting to implement, the things that you've been saying, like, you know what, I'm going to do this, but free will has been, saying, no, you're not. Okay, I'm gonna cut this out, or I'm gonna stop drinking this, stop eating this, I'm gonna whatever it is. Okay, blessings are being poured into that area for you too, to help support you with that. And then of course, blessings are being poured into your fertility journey. Like I said, for some, this could literally be your baby coming in. Okay, so let's see if there is a high chance for conception for the month of November for pile number 2, Spirit, November 2025. We have the Ten of Swords, okay, which says mental breakdown. It does represent the mind, but I do feel like this may be something different for you guys, not necessarily a mental breakdown. But let's see what the bottom of the deck is saying. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I don't really see fertility. I do feel like there is definitely someone who is being blessed with their child in the month of November here, but I don't see it as an overall energy for the collective. Okay, so let's see what we have coming through for you, and then we're going to look at some other months that may be significant for the collective. I'm going to pull a few since there's a few of you guys here. So we have parenthood may not be attainable in the way you had hoped. Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords, the card. Tend to your health before it worsens, which is why we have healthy habits here. You may be feeling exhausted or defeated after facing certain obstacles, feeling abandoned by fate. Your darkest moment holds potential for transformation and renewal, which is perfect because we are in Scorpio season. Now, the other thing too is I was seeing, right, with the two energies here, the blessings, the release, and then the blessings. So definitely there are some darker moments that some of you guys may be experiencing. Like I said, if you see this before November, then this is your call to start making these, these changes before November hits. But if you don't, then, it is what it is, and do what you can with what you have. And once again, work with that energy that is, that wants to roar from within you. Now, I also see here that during the month of November, you're going to be taking active and assertive steps. You are going to feel like your energy is back. Once again, you're not in that Queen of Swords energy anymore, where you're seeking for the truth, trying to find the best way of doing things, working with someone who may have been draining your energy or your pockets, okay? You're choosing to be bold. You're being bold, but you're being mindful at the same time. You are choosing to have self-control and remain practical, even in the moments where you feel like you just kind of want to jump into things, but you're also not holding yourself back from taking a leap of faith either, is what I feel here. Okay, but Spirit is saying in the month of November, be sure not to overexert yourself. Make sure you rest when you need it, and recuperation is important as well. Okay, you need to give and then pause, give and then pause. I feel like this is why the Ten of Swords energy is here too, with mental breakdown. I feel like that is indeed significant in terms of your mental health may be fragile at this time because of what you've experienced, because of what you've been through, and you are healing through at this time. Okay, once again, like Spirit was saying, like snuff out the fire or snuff out the flame, right? By kind of not keeping things to yourself, which that's what it feels like I'm keeping things to myself, like my chest is on fire or something, right? But what I am hearing though is that it is really important that you don't react, right, emotionally. You don't let the fire roar, and pour out in a way that pushes away the blessings that spirit is pouring into your life for this month. So those are some things to be really mindful of, because look at that, literally it says rapid transformation here on the card. Okay. It says, take charge of your fertility goals and pursue them with passion and determination. We did get that passion energy with self-discovery. So your energy vitality is really coming back. Okay. If you or your partner has been feeling like really drained energetically, or there's something with your vitality, like that is coming back in the month of November. We have avoid impulsiveness. Okay. Embrace the energy of enthusiasm to break through barriers, and rapid transformation is present. Okay. So this energy is all around you guys. I heard eclipse season. I think that came through in this pile. I think it did, you guys. I don't remember. I feel like I only did pile 1 and 2, but I can't remember if it was 1 or 2. But I am hearing eclipse season. So there is something significant that happened around that time for you. I think it was this pile. And spirit is saying like there's a lot of like healing that is happening surrounding those things that happen during eclipse season. Okay, so take that as it resonates. Now let's see what we have here as far as timing goes. So for my pile number 2 goddesses who are trying to conceive, spirit, what month will they be conceiving this baby or giving birth to this little one in? Okay, we have a couple of months that came out, so let me see what we have here. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. All right, so we have January. Okay, so January, and I'm going to take the card on the bottom of the deck too, because it does say Capricorn season, which is December, January energy. So I'm going to take both of these. So December, January is significant for conception or birth of your baby. We also have February. So December, January, February. Interesting. Okay, so that little chunk of time is significant for pile number 2. So if you're not pregnant at this time, or you don't conceive in the month of November, then you may be finding out that are conceiving in December, right? Finding out in January, or conceiving in January, finding out in February. So that may be significant. But I do also see Scorpio season, you guys. We are in Scorpio season. So like I said, I feel like some of you guys with the fertility journey, with the blessings, some of you guys are definitely going to be finding out that you're pregnant this month, or you're going to be conceiving this month. But of course, this is collective. If you want to know specifically for yourself and what the time frame is surrounding your little one's arrival, click the link down below in my description box or in the comments section to book one of my readings. I do have some really cute spooky readings right now and seasonal readings for the holidays, so definitely check those out. And what was I gonna say? Just be mindful. Okay, spirit is saying like with that 10 of swords energy, because you're going through so many transformations and they're quick, they're rapid transformations, once again your mindset is definitely very fragile. Okay, so just keep that in mind while you are going through the processes of what you are experiencing in your journey to baby, and how you are planning to conceive your little one. Okay. All right, so now let's see what additional, we already did that. I'm looking at my list here, y'all. We already did additional months. We're already at the end. I can't believe it. Okay, we're at the end. So we're going to get a self-care message for you. Just want to make sure I got all the messages that I wanted to get out for you today. Yes. I could pull one more card for an outcome energy. Outcome energy. Let's see what we have coming through. Outcome energy for pile number 2. What is the outcome energy for pile number 2 spirit surrounding their fertility journey in the month of November 2025? What is the outcome energy? What is the outcome energy surrounding? Ooh, we have 8 of Pentacles. I love it. Okay. It says self-employment, new career, dedication, perfecting craft, attention to detail, and qualified. Okay. Some of you guys are not going to be able to stay away from this, like this attention to detail thing. Okay. Like with the Queen of Swords. But I do feel like you're doing things in a different way. You have a proven method. You have something that you want to dedicate your time and energy to. So you're pouring into that versus trying to like plan, figure it out, gather all the information, the knowledge, and and do what's best. You're doing what's right for you. Okay. And that's what I see here. Some of you guys are going to be, there's like an increase here in some finances. So there's a new career excuse me, self-employment even, okay, stepping into self-employment. But and also I'm hearing getting approved. So some of you guys here, if you've been waiting for your insurance to approve something, we have qualified. I'm hearing congratulations. So someone here is going to be getting some sort of good news surrounding like being approved, qualified. And this could also be in regards to finances as well, or your career too. Okay, so I do see that as well in the month of November. Yay! I love it. Okay, so now let's see what your self care message is. Ooh, almost a whole bunch fell out. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 2, what is your self care message for the month of November? Alone time. Okay, don't forget that alone time is important. Okay, we have the number 2 here. 222 could be significant for you. You may see that, or 2222. But I do want to say, with the 2 energy being present, it is an energy of partnership, right? It takes 2, but alone time is important. So some things that you feel like doing this month, or in the month of November, it's okay to just do them alone. Go for a walk. Make sure you're doing things safely, of course. Go for a walk. Go to the beach. Hang out in nature someplace. Go get you some food just for you. Whatever it is, right? It's okay for you to do these things alone. Okay, Spirit is saying it's okay for you to do it alone. Okay. So this is what I have for you, my beautiful goddess. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know how it resonates down below. Okay. If it does resonate, go ahead and put a blue heart, or like wave emojis, like the water, like water, some sort of water emoji. Okay. And for pile number 2. All right, guys. Oh, pile number 2, alignment. I love it. Okay, you guys are pile number 2. Anyways, I will see you in the next reading. Have a wonderful November. And I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 3. Welcome to your November fertility forecast reading. We are going to dive into the energy that is surrounding your journey to baby right now. We're going to start off with the overall energy that is surrounding you using this card, and then we're going to dive into like what you're leaving behind, some things you're heading towards, the transformation you're going to experience, and so much more. So let's just dive right back in, or right back in for me. And I feel like that's significant. Okay, before we look at the energy, the overall energy in the month of November, I feel like you guys may be diving back into something. Okay, because I said let's dive right back in. So, and then I'm here. Oh, I'm about to dive in. Okay, so definitely hearing, there's some significance to being brave. Being brave, I'm hearing strength. Okay, strength, power, bravery, confidence. I feel like that those are energies that I'm seeing even somebody put on like a face mask, or not even a mask, but like covering your eyes, like a sleep mask. And it's like you have to maybe you have to cover your eyes in order for you to go through this part. But when you get to the other end, it is going to be so beautiful. So interesting. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. We have cleansing. Interesting. Okay. So this is going to be a very cleansing month for you guys. It says cleanse your mind and spirit, remove negative energy. And interesting enough, I was literally seeing someone like dive like off of a diving board. They had like a what is it called? Like at first I saw goggles, and then I was like, no, I see sleep mask. But they were diving into the water, and on the other end of like on the other side, it's almost like that fear that you get, that anxiety that kicks up real quick right before you take a dive into something, and then it's like once you're in, you're like, oh, this is not that bad, like I'm actually glad I did this, right? I feel like you're being cleansed of your fears, any anxieties you may have, any what ifs, questions that may be popping up. I feel like this is a month where spirit is cleansing away any of this that has been like sitting or harboring in your mind and in your spirit, removing negative energy from you. Now, the other thing that I was hearing literally with diving in, like someone here may need to take a spiritual bath. Okay, taking a spiritual bath, or make sure you are doing things that need to be done for your protection practices and rituals. Okay, I do feel like that is necessary for you at this time, especially surrounding your fertility journey. I do feel like if you've been telling a lot of people about your journey to baby, like, shh, it's time to shh. and, kind of just be mindful of who you speak about, share this energy with. I'll say it that way because that's exactly what's happening. Like, you're sharing your energy, okay? It's not necessarily like you are, what is it called? It's not necessarily like you are intentionally, wanting to spread the energy everywhere, but that's what's happening. And it's almost like I'm hearing the song, "Oh, I heard it through the grapevine." Okay, so it's almost like information is being misconstrued, and words are powerful, So it's like you may say something to one person at work, and they may say something to somebody else. They may say, "Oh, well, I heard that this was happening, this was going on," and then they're like, "Oh yeah, well, didn't her partner cheat or da da da?" And then it's like there was no cheating involved, but all of a sudden, like, your name, your partner's name, and your child that you are manifesting and welcoming Earthside is all of a sudden in a conversation that has nothing to do with any of you guys. You know what I mean? And that energy is now surrounding you. So who's to say that all of a sudden there's some relationship problems? You get what I'm saying? So Spirit is really saying, anything that does not belong, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, okay, is being removed from your journey to baby. You are being given a clean slate. I'm also hearing, okay, with the cleansing energy. I'm seeing like, like spirits, like, once again, anything and everything that does not belong is being removed. I'm hearing, oh, dive back in. I'm hearing another chance. Okay, so another chance. This could be another chance to do like a procedure. Maybe you're wanting to do like an IVF procedure, or you're wanting to do an IUI procedure. Maybe another chance with your partner. Maybe another chance with, I don't know, you guys. It's going to be different for everybody, but there's a lot of different another chances that could be coming up for your journey to baby. But there's another chance that you're being given. Okay, I keep hearing another chance at life too. Okay, so that may be significant too. Another chance at life. I mean, what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing with that also was like your spirit baby, right? Maybe coming back. So this could be like this little soul tried to come in before, and that time didn't work for them. You may have felt their energy, your baby's energy so strongly, and you're like, oh my gosh, I must be pregnant, or like I'm about to be this cycle. Like, you felt them so strongly, you even had symptoms, and then you didn't get a positive test. It could have been that they tried to come and their energy was so close, that you could feel them so strongly. It started to affect your energy field in that way, but they did not come all the way through. They went back and they're coming back. Okay, but because I'm hearing another chance at life. Now, there could also be like a very unique situation here that I'm tuning into with someone where maybe there is like, you or your partner is going through something personal, something that doesn't have to do with your fertility journeys per se, but it could be that maybe, you encountered something. I keep hearing like, maybe had an incident or some sort of situation that happened where, there's healing was needed, and another literal chance in life is happening. Okay. Also, it can be less dramatic where literally your partner is like, we can have another child. Okay, another chance at life. Okay, another life. So someone could be having that conversation this month as well. Cobwebs are being cleared away. Spirit is showing me cobwebs are being cleared away. So, get ready for this sense of creativity to pour back in for you as well, to feel excited about your journey to baby, and for you to be able to see what the next step is. Okay, and this could be surrounding you or your partner. Wherever these cobwebs were, they're being cleared away. I'm also hearing if there are any cobwebs that are present in your environment, clear them away. They may just be present to give you a sign to say, hey, it's time to tap back into that creative sense of, that creative energy. Okay, because you are a creative being. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far as the overall energy. Let's see what else is coming through for you for the month of November, pile number 3. Okay, this is going to be what you're leaving behind in your fertility journey. Spirit, what is pile number 3 leaving behind in their fertility journey? What is pile number 3 leaving behind in their fertility journey? It no longer aligns with them and they are leaving it behind. Pile number 3. Number 3. I heard have patience. Yeah, because this deck is really trying my patience, y'all. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay. When you least expect it. And then you're gonna get an abundance of something, okay? All right, Spirit, I hear you. So I feel like we're leaving behind the energy of lack, impatience. Okay. That was so funny to me. I'm like, what is happening here? And then it's like a big chunk that just flew out as Spirit's speaking to me. Okay, we have a lover's energy. Interesting. Okay, I feel like I have to cover this up, which is crazy. But anyways, we're gonna leave that like this until we can use a different card. So actually I can do a different card. So we're gonna do the lovers there. Bottom of the deck we have is Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing here that you are leaving behind literal impatience. Okay, I do feel like you are leaving behind impatient. Maybe being impatient with a lover. Mr. Lover. Okay. What this? Spirit. Spirit is saying this is like indecisiveness, y'all. There's been a major decision that I feel like someone's been avoiding, or maybe you've been waiting for like the right time to make this decision or to make this investment, to make this move. But we're leaving that behind. Oh yeah, look, I told you. Somebody is like, yeah, we can have more kids. If that's you, let me know, okay? There's definitely going to be like, I don't know, it's like a weight is being lifted from you guys. So maybe you were waiting for the right time to have another baby, or waiting for the right time to have a baby, and you're like, yep, this is the time. You and your partner are coming together to make this decision together. Yeah. Okay, I'm also hearing like there's going to be some return on your investment. So I feel like this could be energetically, it could also be financially. Maybe you and your partner have been investing in your journey to baby. So like you've been baby dancing, you've been buying things, you've been tracking, you've been taking supplements. Like you're going to actually see a sense like a return of your investment here with the Ten of Cups energy. Okay, I do feel like you are going to achieve some sort of like, you're going to be happy with the return that you receive, okay, and happy with the decision that you make is what I'm hearing with the Ten of Cups as well. Okay, it's actually going to pay off. Okay, it's going to pay off, and I actually feel like you are going to be able to have or manifest your children using this, whatever this investment is here, it's going to help you. Okay, but I see that you're moving away from waiting. You're moving away from stalling on making the decision. You're ready to move forward with something. You're ready to move forward with the investment. Even if you feel like you have very little, you're just moving out of this energy of lack. Like, I don't have enough, and you're moving into the space of like, what is it that truly fulfills me? What is it that makes me happy? Like, I'm going to move towards that, and I'm going to get that for myself or for our family. Let's see what you're moving towards. Okay, I know I just talked about it a little bit, but let's see what else we have here. Okay, someone could have had like somebody in their ear kind of giving them like some sort of like back talk, or like some sort of like Spirit was like, anything that does not belong is being removed. So I feel like this is that energy that Spirit was talking about. Like if it was not helping or supporting, like Spirit's removing it. Okay, somebody could have been feeling like, the pressure was on. And this could be why, like, it's like, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough, stability. I don't have enough. My health is not great. Like, it's all physical energy is what it feels like here. It's like materialistic worries with the Seven of Pentacles. This is like your root chakra. So this is like your home, your health, your security, your relationships. Like there may have just always been a reason, and you guys are moving away from that energy. Okay. And what are they moving towards? We have the Four of Cups. Interesting. And the Devil energy. Okay. Let me sit with this. Why are we moving towards this? So I feel like with the Nine of Swords here, someone here, the energy that is surrounding you guys is like this energy of worries, fears, and I'm hearing like, a part of you is just thinking like it's never gonna get better, or the investment that we made was that the right decision? Did we make the right decision? And it's interesting how it's so crazy, you guys, because we literally have the Lovers here and the Devil energy, and they are very similar in energies. I'm actually gonna switch this here just in case for YT's sake. Okay. But they're very similar in energies. Like they, you have the couple, you have the couple. The only difference is on this card, you have the angel behind them, and on this card, you have the devil, right? And I feel like you guys are moving away from like the sense of fear, but along this journey that you are on, right? Like I feel like you're making a good decision. The only thing that I would say is like, I mean, that's still tapping into procrastination energy. I'm actually going to pull a card for this to get some advice for you guys, but I do feel like maybe if you feel like really unstable with this Seven of Pentacles, because you're like, I only have a little bit of return right here, I only have a little bit to invest, then, then wait a little bit, right? Because with the, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys, you have to stay out of your head. Okay, because with the Devil card and the Four of Cups, like, I am literally seeing that you're moving away from like being in this procrastinative energy to making a decision and being like, oh yeah, let's go forward with this, to like being able to point out everything that is not going right. Okay. The devil energy and the Four of Cups is like, the Four of Cups is the energy of dissatisfaction. I'm looking at all of this here because it's not turning out the way that I wanted it to turn out. But Spirit is like, look at this, look at this, look at this happiness, look at this. Here's another opportunity, right? Here's another opportunity, another chance at life, you guys. Okay. Spirit is saying like, you are going to be so happy that you make this investment, even if it's not the first, second, or third time, it may be the fourth, right? I'm hearing don't give up too soon. Pause. Someone may be having twins in this pile, okay, because heavy twin energy. But with the devil card as well, let me tell you something about this devil energy. The devil energy will make sure that your tail feels the fire. And I was just talking about like someone may have been whispering in your ear. I was going to say too, I don't know if I said it with him. I was looking at the flames right here and I'm like, somebody may have been the pressure. I was like, the pressure may have been on. And the devil will make sure, like the angel will be like, look, yes, you have free will. You can make the decision if you want to. You can choose to, move forward with the investment. You can choose to start trying to have babies. You can choose to add on to your family. You can choose happiness. Yes. Okay. Will it be all fine and dandy? Maybe not. Will it be all fine and dandy? Maybe it will, right? The beautiful thing about the divine is they let us human the way that we want to human. Okay. With this lower vibrational energy, which is a devil energy, it is a darker consuming energy. Okay. It is an energy of consumption, of greed, of like, I want you to feel misery loves company energy, if you will. Okay. So what I see here is that there's a potential in the month of November that you guys may not feel fully stable yet because you have the Seven of Pentacles. You're still kind of like waiting for like more money to come in. You're waiting for like security in a job. You're waiting for, you and your partner could be like on rocky terms or whatever the case may be, but you guys still decide to move forward with something. Spirit is saying if that is the case, okay, if you decide to move forward with something, make sure you choose, you make the choice, right? Because we have free will. You make the choice to see the beauty in the little pockets of joy in the decision that you make. Okay, because yes, there are going to be things I'm seeing right here that the devil energy is going to like blatantly try to bring to your attention and be like, you don't have enough, you don't have the money, you guys aren't good, this, that, and the other, and try to like point out all these different things. And then you're like, oh my gosh, why do we do this? Right? You go from like this, it's either you or your partner that's like, oh my gosh, why did I say that I was open to this? Why did I say we should move forward with this? Why blah, 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 right? But Spirit is saying like, you are not in this lack energy like you may be thinking you are. It's just your external environment that's trying to tell you that you are. And so when you let that creep in, then of course you start to feel like you are, but you truly are not, because you're always going to have another chance. Okay. Do not give up too soon, Spirit is saying. Okay. So of course we're talking about fertility, and this can relate to many different things. And for some of you guys, it may not be directly in your fertility journey, but it can influence your journey to your baby, which is why it's coming up in your reading. Okay. But I do feel like I want to pull a card here and see what Spirit's advice is for you surrounding. Let's see what we have here, Spirit. What is the advice surrounding the devil energy and the Four of Cups? Okay, for pile number 3. What is their advice for moving through this here? And I'll pull one more card too from the Cosmic Energy Oracle. Ace of Cups, literally, okay? Take the cup that Spirit is giving you right here. Say yes to the opportunity that is being given to you. It says new love, relationships, romance, joy, conception, fertility, celebrations. Focus on the things that are being delivered to you, that are being handed to you. You can look at this table and be like, this table is not big enough, okay? You can literally look at the table and be like, this little tiny table, okay? Or you can say, oh my gosh, I am sitting at this beautiful table. Look at how the florist like decorated the table for us, and it's by the water. Oh my gosh, this is a dream come true, right? It's all about perspective at this point, and I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to tune into your wishes. Your, oh my gosh, yes, the star card. Yes, okay. Hope, have hope, inspiration, spirituality, illumination, contentment, calm, and popularity. But with the star card, I was just literally gonna say, like, look into, I don't even remember what I was gonna say, y'all. I just I got too turned by the star card showing up. But I do feel like Spirit is wanting you to really dive into like the your wishes being fulfilled. You also being able to like look on the like the positive side, have hope. I feel like being able to focus on these things are really going to help shift your like kind of like shoo away and cleanse away this negative energy. Literally, right? This is a month where your mind and your spirit are being cleansed, and it literally says remove negative energy. Okay, so it's still going to try to come in, Spirit is saying, like from time to time, but your guides are definitely going to be there to help support you and help you handle this energy, okay, when it does come in. But don't stop too soon, don't give up too soon, don't let the energy consume you, okay, is what I'm hearing, because that is a possibility. We do have free will. There's nothing that is making us. You guys, did I? Oh my gosh, I have to go back and listen to see if it was your pile that this word came out in, but I think it was bravery. Did I say bravery in the beginning? It says face the unknown with bravery, trust your steps. And that's exactly what Spirit is saying here. Like, even though you don't know what is happening, what is, oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. Even though you don't know what is happening and you don't know what's to come, Spirit is saying, like, embrace that inner strength, and continue to move forward with this sense of like every step I take is getting me closer to my baby. And I feel like you should put that in the comments. Every step I take is bringing me closer to my baby. And these little lanterns here, I feel like are representative of your spirit team. You have such a large spirit team that is supporting you. And it also reminds me of the movie Tangled with Rapunzel. And I won't, not spoiler alert, but kind of spoiler alert. Like she kept seeing these lanterns and she loved the lanterns in the sky. Like her tower was so tall, like that was one of the things that she could only see. And it brought her so much joy every single year until she just like was brave enough, right, to step out of where she had been trapped into, right, where the devil had literally kept her enclosed and was telling her this story that was fake. Everything, her whole life was false, right? But she had to choose to make the decision to step out of where she was at and do something that was something she had never done before, that provided her with so much anxiety, so much worry. She was literally crying and laughing at the same time. One second she was crying, the next second she was laughing, the next second she was crying, and it was so real and so relatable. But it was literally her hope, her faith, these lanterns, right? Her spirit team that led her to her real true destiny, which her real true destiny was being the princess, right? Sorry, spoiler alert. But I feel the same for you. It's like the things that you've experienced in your journey to baby have been trying to tell you one thing, but Spirit is like, that is not the end. This is not the end, right? Maybe you have been diagnosed with unexplained infertility. Maybe, it seems like there's all these walls that you keep hitting. Maybe you're at the bottom of your savings for your fertility journey. There's all these different things that I feel like are going to try to come in, and kind of even just weave in the month of November. And Spirit is asking you to shift your mindset in the month of November, okay? Start embracing both your dark and your light, because they make up both of you, and that is what makes you amazing. That's what makes you a whole person, and that is why your child has chosen you to be their light here on earth, because with your dark and with your light, you are the perfect person for your spirit baby. And so I'm hearing like, step into this energy of acceptance, of love, of compassion, of grace for yourself, of forgiveness for yourself, and continue to move forward and take these brave unknown steps, right? Our brave steps into the unknown. And trust that you're being guided because you truly are. You are not alone in this journey. And I feel like there are going to be some ups and downs in November, but you got this, okay? You've got this. I love this. Okay, so let's see what transformation we have coming in for pile number 3. What type of transformation is happening here? I feel like this is an internal transformation you guys are really going through in the month of November. We have letting go. It says, Mama, release anything that no longer serves you. There's that cleansing energy. Doing this will make room for new blessings to come into your life, like me. Love it. And bottom of the deck energy, we have patience, okay? Be patient and trust in the timing of the universe. Mama, please know that everything is working out for your highest good. Yeah, you guys are definitely going, it's like back and forth energy that's surrounding you. So you're being asked to have patience as you work through and navigate this energy. Okay. Ooh, and then beneath that we have gracious acceptance. And I feel like this is for you too. It says, Mama, embrace change and have gracious acceptance that everything is happening for a higher purpose. Absolutely. Okay. All right, guys, let's see what we have coming in when it comes to your chance of conception. So let's see if there's a possibility of conception this month for you and any messages surrounding the outcome or things that you may experience in the month of November 2025 in your fertility journey. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. So one of the things you'll be doing this month is you'll be moving away from any past challenges, focusing on your healing, finding inner peace, and rebuilding your strength. Spirit is saying that you'll be moving towards a more positive and hopeful phase, which we absolutely see with the star card here. Entering a greater sense of stability, clarity, and emotional balance, a fresh start, a new chance, right? A new chance at life. And you're being asked to focus on the present and the future possibilities and learn from your past. Bottom of the deck energy, 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, did you guys have that earlier? I think you did. Wasn't it? I think it was like with the first thing, like what you were moving away from, I think. Yeah, and I want to say, I want to comment on that too. With you moving away from the Ten of Cups energy, I feel like, the Ten of Cups, I recently heard like a new perspective on the Ten of Cups, and this reader was talking about the Ten of Cups being like a dreamy energy, and it can represent like you having like all these things that you want, and you being in like this Delulu energy, but not taking the actions necessary in order for you to bring them down to earth, right? Like that's the trouble. It's like now bringing it down and materializing it, right? So it's like all these things in your head, you can see all these different things. You're like, I know I'm destined for this, I'm supposed to have that, but then it's like, okay, well, it's dreamy energy, so how are we going to bring it down to earth? Okay, and so that may be a challenge that you guys experience this month, and something that the divine starts helping you through little by little, step by step. Start bringing your wishes right into your reality, right? Helping them manifest into the physical. Now I do feel like this is surrounding family. It does say joyful outcome. There's a joyful outcome to come for you in the month of November, so hold on is what I'm hearing. Okay, you may be using, or not using, but connecting with family, to gathering with family for support. You're being asked to keep pushing forward. The changes you are making are positively impacting your health. So this is lifestyle changes, diet, etc. You're going to be experiencing feelings of happiness and completion within your family. And I feel like this is what you are wanting to achieve, which is why you and your partner were like, let's do this. Okay, let's move forward with this decision, even if we're a little unsure. It's a little rocky. Bliss at last, okay, is coming. Spirit wants you to celebrate your achievements, even if they're small, because you have worked hard to get where you are. And Spirit also wants you to know that you will have the happy family that you are dreaming of. Okay, now they're like, now let's help you bring this into fruition. Now with the Ten of Cups being here, I feel really positive about this month for you guys. I do feel like you are going to experience some physical changes in your journey to baby. Let's go ahead and look at the time frame to see if November may be a time frame of conception for you. Of course, it won't be for everyone watching this, but there may be some goddesses in this pile who it may resonate with. Okay, so let's see if we have the time frame of November coming through for you. Okay, so the first one I'm seeing here is April. So March, April, May may be significant when it comes to conceiving or giving birth to your baby. Maybe even June. We have June as well. So April and June are significant. March, April, May, June. Okay, and then we also have Leo season, which is July and August. So I think I'm going to separate these here and just say April, June, and then we have the July, August energy. So it could be June, July, August. The reason why I say the month before the month after is because it could be like, for example, you conceive in June, but you find out you're pregnant in July. It could also be baby's due date is in August, or in like September, early September, but baby comes a little earlier and they're born in August. So that could also be could resonate with you as well. Now, I don't feel like this is a month of conception for pile number 3. Does it mean that like no one is going to conceive in this pile? No. Okay, if you would like to get a personal fertility reading from me, I do have those available. You can click the link down below in the description box to see if November 2025 is your month of conception. Okay, alrighty, we're gonna end with your self-care message. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Okay, don't forget to put your mantra down below. I can't remember what it was, but if you're here, then you probably already did it. Okay. And leave a pink heart emoji down below so I know that pile 3 is yours. Now let's see what we have here coming through as your self-care message. What are you inviting your mommies to do in the month of November for themselves? You guys, I don't even need to say this one, okay? But have fun, okay? Baby dance. Welcome these babies earthside. Someone could be trying for their rainbow baby here, okay? I also see rainbow energy. And have fun or love on your partner, okay? Just be passionate, be intimate. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing. 444 could also be an angel number that you see during the month of November as confirmation. I'm sending so much love, light, and of course, baby dust your way. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.